Welcome back, you guys. We got another question for you. This is a really good one to kind of end this 10 question theme. The question goes, should I focus on cold calling? Should I focus on social media? Or should I focus on referrals? And I think the funny thing is, really, you should do all three. The kicker is not at the same time, right? So let me kind of explain first the difference between marketing and prospecting. So prospecting is, where can I go to have a one-on-one conversation with someone today? Can I knock on someone's door? Can I give somebody a call? Can I go shake a hand and have a conversation belly to belly, face to face, in person? That would be prospecting. Marketing would be, how can I get my face, my brand, what I do, how I help my clients out to as many people as possible. And that could be through the vein of social media, Facebook, YouTube, TikTok, out to the masses. Right? Now, I think there's a really cool science on how you should do this. The first thing you got to do, if you're going to market, you got to market and you got to go and prospect some actual leads to generate, right? Set appointments, bring them in as a client, help them through a problem that they're having, and share the story along the way. So it could be as easy as, hey, I need a listing tomorrow. Where could I go? Could I go on my social media? Sure, I could post and talk about listings and what I could do to help. It's a little bit more blanketed marketing, right? Could I go and knock on a door? Absolutely, and say, hey, are you thinking about selling anytime soon? You thinking about moving? Have you built equity in your home? How can I help? Yeah, you could definitely do that as well. But there's one group of people, right, that actually raised their hand. They said, hey, I need to sell. They even hired an agent. Unfortunately, it just didn't work. And that's called expireds. And we have a whole list that we can train you on how to have those conversations and frameworks and help them solve the problem of not selling the first time, or sometimes even the second or third time, right? So that would be a form of prospecting. So you would generate those leads and you take them through the process. And even through the process, you'd film, you'd make content, you'd share their story through your social media and market that out to the world. And so at the end, it all brings up is, hey, we've had such a great experience on a positive note, or even like, sometimes, you're helping people through tough situations. Maybe it's a death in the family. Maybe it was a not so fun divorce, right? But you helped them through some hard times. If you do such a great job with them, you should make them into your biggest raving fan. They should give you referrals. And there's a gentleman who actually built a huge business on this. Is he would set the table at every buyer's consultation or every listing consultation with a client and say, hey, I'm going to help you achieve this goal of selling or buying, right? Whatever the conversation was. And I'm going to make this experience so great for you that all I ask is, through the process, before we get to the closing table, that you give me 1 to 2 referrals. And then he'd set it up in the sense of, hey, and if we get to the end and I haven't received a referral, I must have failed you and I want to learn how I could be better. And most of the time they get to the closing table like, oh my gosh, no, sorry, it's just been such a great experience. Of course we have some people for you. So at the end of the day, right, the best way to get referrals sometimes is through you sharing what you've done with other clients and you marketing yourself through that process. But you first got to prospect and get the leads. So at the end of the day, close the loop on it this way. Yes, you should cold call. Yes, you should do social media. Yes, you should do referrals, just not all at the same time. Go prospect and get the leads first. Go have the conversations. Go handle the objections. Go help them through a good time or a bad time. Share the story of how you're doing that on social media, through Facebook, through YouTube, through TikTok, right? And then ask for the referrals, right? Hey, is there anybody else in your life that I can help the same way I helped you? So hopefully that helped. Hopefully that gave you some clarity. Make sure to like and comment, subscribe. I'm going to try and put a one-pager together of this. Actually, I am going to put a one-pager of this, what I just talked about right now, so that you can download it. And when you do join us, you can implement this into your business. So thanks again. Super excited to meet with all of you. See you next time.